Welcome to the Port Tobacco Players Theater. Thank you for joining us for William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Please take a moment now before today's show begins to turn off and put away your phone and electronic devices for the duration of the performance. The use of any recording devices during this performance is strictly prohibited.
Okay.
Anyone found recording the production will be removed from the theater.
I just thought of it.
In the unlikely event of an emergency during today's performance, exits are located on either side of the stage and through the lobby of the theater. Please take note that today's production will include the use of fog and a strobe light effect. Eating, drinking, and smoking is not allowed inside the theater. Today's performance includes a 15-minute intermission. In accordance with our current protocols and procedures, face masks that completely cover one's nose and mouth must be worn at all times during the performance and while inside the building. Thank you for your support of the Port Tobacco Players. We hope you enjoy the show.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or rain?
When the honey burns down, when the battle's lost and won.
That will be ere the setting sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath,
There to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Lord Milton, I come.
heaven calls anon, fair is foul and foul is fair, hover through the fog and filthy air.
the rump-fed Runyon cried. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger. But in a sieve I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do, and I'll do!
Give thee a wind.
Ah, thou art come.
And I another.
And I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, and the quarters that they know, and the shipman's card. I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live a man forbid. Oh, weary 7 nights, 9 times 9, shall he dwindle peak and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet, it shall be tempest tossed. Oh, look what I have.
Oh, show me, show me.
Here, I have a pilot's thumb, wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
We're sisters hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus to go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charm's wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is it called the forest? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire, looks not like inhabitants of the earth, yet are on't. I see you can understand me each at once, a chappy finger lying upon your skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak! If you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, that shall be kings hereafter.
Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly you show? My noble master you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope, that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither begs nor fears your favor nor your hate.
Hail.
Hail.
Lesser than Macbeth, but greater.
Not so happy, but much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo!
Banquo and Macbeth. All hail.
Stay! You imperfect speakers, tell me more! By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you.
The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air. And what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed?
Who's there?
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy great success. And when he reads of thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, his wonder and his praises do contend. Which should be thine or his. Sounds with that. If you'll go to the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout awaiting ranks. Nothing afeard of what thyself didst make, straining images of death. As thick as hail came post with post, and every one did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee.
And for earnest of a greater honor, he bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What, can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who is the thing lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or to land the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wreck, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
Glams. And Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That worthy home might yet enkindle you under the crown, besides the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange. Oftentimes to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles in order to subjugate in the most foul way. Cousins, a word, I pray.
Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, why, chance may crown me without my stir.
New honors come upon him, like our new garments. Take not their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Most gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends!
Is execution done, Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they're not yet come back, but I spoke with one who saw him die, who did report, that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like believing it. He died as one who had been studying his death. Throw away the dearest thing he owed was for a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Worthy cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wind of recompense is slow to overtake thee.
thou hadst been less deserved, that the proportion of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have nothing to say. More is thy due more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness' part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state. Children and servants which do but what they should by doing everything safe toward your love and honor.
Welcome, sir. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to see thee full of growing. Whoa, Banquo, thou art no less deserved, nor should be no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
And there, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Plenteous joys wanton in fullness, he dies themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you, whose places are nearest, know that we will establish our state on our eldest Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. In which honor not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars will shine on all deserving. This hence to infamous and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor, which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'erleap. For in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see.
True, no, Banquo, he is so full valiant, and in his condition I am fed. He is a banquet to me. Let us go after him who cares to lead and make us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the purchased report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned and desired to question them further, they made themselves air into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner in greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature is too full of milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, thou wouldst holily. Wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou'dst have, great Glamis, that which cries thus thou must do if thou shalt have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do than should wishest undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits into thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him, who word so would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true. Our thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending, for he brings great news. Raven himself is hoarse, which croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to toe top full of the direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, and stop up the access and the passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the affectionate. Come to my woman's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait upon nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife not see the wounded makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold! Hold! Great Glove! Worthy Cawdor! Greater than both by the all-hail hereafter! Thy letters have transported me from this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love. Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow. As he purposes.
Oh, never sun shall that morrow see. Your face, my thane, is a book wherein men may read strange matters. To beguile the time. Look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, whereto for all our nights and days to come, give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle has a pleasant siege. Air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself to our gentle senses.
The guest of summer, this temple-haunting martlet, does approved by his loved mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No juddy, frieze, buttress, nor coign of vantage, but this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreant cradle. Where they most breed and haunt, I have found the air is delicate.
See? See? Honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which we still think is love. Herein I will teach you how you will bid God yield us for your pains and thank us for your troubles.
All our service at every point, twice done and then done double. We're poor and single business, to contend against those honors deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old, and the late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits.
Where's the thing of Cawdor? We coursed him at his heels and had purposed to be his purveyor, but he rides well. His great love, sharp as his spur, has helped him to his house before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guest tonight.
Your servants have ever theirs themselves and what is theirs incompt, ready to make their audit at your majesty's pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hands. Conduct me to my host. We love him highly and will continue our graces toward him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well if 'twere done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman, and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murder shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, the tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He has almost supped while you left the chamber.
Hath he asked for me?
No, he not, he has.
He will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people which would be worn now, in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hook drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I count thy love. Art thou feared to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, only to live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I would not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the attic?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and I know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, but was smiling in my face, pluck the nibble from its boneless gums and dash the brains out, had I so sworn to you as you have done to this.
If we should fail!
We fail! But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, where to the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his 2 chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a lembeck own. When in swinish sleep they do lie as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men children only. For thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy 2 of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have done?
Who dares receive another, when we shall make our grief clamor and roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time of fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth not.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
No, she goes down at 12.
I take it 'tis later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. Take thee that too. Oh, and take thee this. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers, give way to the thoughts that one has in repose. What? Who's there?
A friend.
What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure and has sent forth great largesse upon your officers.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defend. Which else should we have wronged?
All is well. I dreamt last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you they have shown some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure, sir.
If you shall cleave to my consent, Wintis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, but keep my bosom franchised and my allegiance clear, I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thank you, sir. The like to you.
Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? False creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing! It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one-half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Now, witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel the wolf, whose howls his watch thus, with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm setter, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whiles I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven. Or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. What hath quenched them hath given me fire. Peace. It was the owl that shrieked. The fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open and the surfeit grooms do mock their charge with stores. I've drugged their possets. That death and nature do contend about them whether they live or die.
Who's there? What? Ho!
Lack. I'm feared they have awakened, 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Laid their daggers at the ready, could not have missed them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband.
I've done the deed. Didst thou not hear noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended.
I.
Hark! Who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
'Tis a foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh in his sleep, and one cried, murder! But they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God! Bless us. And Amen, the other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands, listening their fear. I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce amen? I have most need of blessing and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath, balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more, to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more, Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? I, worthy thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain sickly of these things. Go get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleeping girls with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
From a purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood if they are painted devils. We do lead. I'll gild the faces of the grooms with thong, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are he? They pluck out mine eyes! Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No, this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas incarnate eye, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white.
There's knocking at the socket. Retire me to a chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy it is then. Your constancy has left your contented. You're knocking. Put on your nightgown lest occasion calls us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, for best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Knocking indeed. The man reporter of Hellgate. He should have old turning the key. Knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Here's an English farmer who hanged himself on an expectation of plenty. Oh, come in time. Have napkins enough about you, or here you'll sweat for it. Knock, knock. Who's there? In the other devil's name. Faith, isn't equivocator who could swear both the scales against either scale, who committed treason enough for God's sake, yet could not equivocate himself into heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Oh. Yes, it was Taylor. Come hither for stealing out of a French hose. Oh, come in, Taylor. Here you may roast your goose. But this place is too cold for hell. I had thought to let in some of all the professions that go the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire. I'll double porter it no further. Run on! I pray you, remember the tailor, like the porter.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you do lie so late?
Hey, sir, I'm carousing until the second cock, and drink is a great provoker of three things.
What 3 things does drink especially provoke?
Oh. Marry, sir, sleep, nose painting, and urine. Lechery, sir. It provokes and unprovokes. It provokes a desire, but it takes away the performance. Oh, it makes him, it mars him, it sets him on it, it takes him off, it persuades him and disheartens him. Makes him stand to and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him into sleep, and having given him the lie, it leads him.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
Oh, that it did, sir. In the very throat of me. But I requited him for his lie, and though I think being a bit too strong for him, though he took my legs sometimes, I made a shift to cast him.
Is thy master stirring? Our knocking hath awaked him. Here he comes.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely upon him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know 'tis a joyful trouble, but yet in one.
The labor we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down. And prophecies of dire combustion and confused events. The obscure bird clamored the entire night.
'Twas a rough night.
My remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror! 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 Heart nor tongue cannot conceive nor name thee.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Confusion hath made his masterpiece most sacrilegious murder. Hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stolen the life of the building.
What is it you say, the life?
Meaning of his majesty.
Approach the chamber and destroy your sight with a new gorgon. Do not bid me speak. See and then speak yourselves. Awake! 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 Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Donalbain, Banquo, Malcolm! Shake off downy sleep and death's counterfeited, and look upon death itself! Up and see the great doom's image! Malcolm, Banquo! as from your graves rise up and walk like sprites to countenance this horror?
What's the business that so hideous a trumpet calls the parleyed sleepers of this house? Speak. Speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I may speak, for the repetition in a woman's ears would murder as it fell. Banquo! Our royal master's murdered!
Whoa, alas! What in our house?
Oh, too cruel anywhere. Pretty doth contradict thyself. Say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. For from this instant there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lease is left this vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are, and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father's murdered.
Oh, by whom?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all bathed with blood. So were their daggers, which, unwiped, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh. Yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise? Amazed. Temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment. No man. The expedition of my violent love outrun the pause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood, and his gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature for ruin's wasteful entrance. There, the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain? That had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make his love known.
Help me, handsome.
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues? Most may claim this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here? Were our fate hidden in augur hold to rush and seize us? Let's away. Our tears are not yet brewed.
Nor our strong sorrows upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid that suffer an exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand, and thence, against undivulged pretense, I fight of treasonous malice!
And so do I!
And so we all!
Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well contented!
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show no felt sorrow is the office which the boss man does easy. Out to England.
To Ireland, our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there are daggers and men's smiles. The nearer in blood, the nearer bloody.
And the murder shaft that Shaw hath not yet lighted. And our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore the horse. And let's not be dainty of leave taking, but shift away. There's war in that depth that steals itself, when there's no mercy left.
Threescore and 10 I can remember well, within the volume of which time I have seen hours dreadful and things strange, but this sore night has trifled former knowings.
Good Father, thou seest the heavens is troubled with man's act. Threaten his bloody shame. strange. I clocked his day, and yet dark night strengthens the traveling lamp. Is it night's predominance or the day's shame that darkness doth the face of earth entomb, when living light should kiss it?
'Tis unnatural, even like the deed that's done. On Tuesday last, a falcon, towering in her pride of place, was by a mousing owl hawked at and killed.
Duncan's horses. Thing was strange and certain. Beauteous and swift. The minions of their race turned wild in nature, broke their stalls, flung out, contending against obedience, as they would make war against mankind.
'Tis said they eat each other.
Yeah, they did so to the amazement of mine eyes that looked upon it. Here comes a good big duff. How goes the world, sir, now?
Why? See you not?
Is it known who's done this more than a bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day. What good could they pretend?
They were suborned. Donalbain and Malcolm, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature still. Thriftless ambition. Thou would raven up thine own life's means. Then 'tis most like the sovereignty shall fall upon Macbeth.
He is already named and gone to Scone to be invested.
Where's Duncan's body?
Carried off to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of his predecessors and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin aught of Fife.
Belther.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu. Lest our old robes sit easier than our new.
Farewell, good father.
God's benison go with you, and with those who would make good of bad and friends of foes.
Thou hast it now, king, cotter, lambs, all as the weird women promised. Yet it was said that it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there comes some truth from them, as upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine, why, by the kindnesses made good, may they not be my oracles as well, and hold me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Here's our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, in all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
My lord commands me, and with my duties are with an indissoluble tie with you forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, which still hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take tomorrow. Is it far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will take up the time twixt this and supper. Goes my horse not the better, I will be the borrower of the night for a dark hour or twain.
Fail not our feast.
No, my lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their hearers with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we shall have cause of state craving us jointly. Hie to horse, adieu, till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord, our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we will keep ourselves till supper time alone. While then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, and to that dauntless temper of his mind he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There is none but he whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony's was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him father to a line of kings. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my gripe, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. Put rancors in the vessel of my peace, only for them, and mine eternal jewel given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo, kings, rather than so come fit into the list and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Now go to the door and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well then. Now, have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he, in the times past, which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you in our last conference, passed in probation with you, how you were borne in hand, how crossed the instruments who wrought with them, and all things else that might to half the soul into a notion crazed say thus did Banquo.
You made it known to us?
I did so, and went further, which is now our point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospeled to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
With our men, my liege!
Aye! In the catalogue ye go for men, as hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, chows, water rugs, and demi-wolves are clept all by the name of dogs. The valued file distinguishes the swift, the slow, the subtle, the housekeeper, the hunter. Every one according to the gift which bounteous nature hath in him closed, whereby he does receive particular addition from the bill that writes them all alike. And so of men. Now, if you have a station, not in the worst rank of manhood in the file, say it! And I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I am reckless where I do despite the world.
I am not so weary with disaster and done with fortune. I would set my life on any chance to mend it or be rid on it.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest of life. And though I could, with barefaced power, sweep him from my side and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down. And thence it is that I, to your assistance, do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Through our lives, your spirit shine through you. Within this hour at most, I will advise you where to plant your sins. Acquaint you with the perfect spy, the time, the moment on it, for it must be done tonight. And something from the palace. Always thought that I require clearness, and with him to leave no rubs nor botches in the work. Fleance, his son that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart, I'll come to you anon.
We are resolved, my lord.
I'll call upon you straight, abide within. It is concluded. Banquo, thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Gone from court. I, madam, returns again tonight. Say to the king that I would attend his leisure for a few words. Madam, I will. Not sad, almost spent, when our desires got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? Of sorry's fancies your companions making, using those thoughts which indeed should have died with that they think on. Things without all remedy shall be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scorched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor Malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer. Ere we will eat our meal in fear, and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we To gain our peace have set to peace them on the torture of the mind, to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice, domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on. Gently, my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial amongst your guests tonight.
So shall I love. And so I pray to you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence, both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while that we must labor honors in these flattering streams and make our faces visards to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowst that Banquo in his fleance lives.
But in the nature's copy's not eternal.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. And be thou joking. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate summons, the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung night's yawning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, whilst night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
Who did bid thee join us?
Macbeth. He needs not earn his trust. Since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
Then stand with us. Now, the lidded sky. Still streaks of day. Now spurs the laden traveler apace to reach the timely end. The subject of our watch is near at hand.
Hark! On your horses!
Give us a light there, ho!
Then 'tis he. The rest are within a note of expectation, already are in the court.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile, but he does usually. So all men do, from hence to the palace gate, they get their walk.
A light. A light.
Stand to it.
'Tis he.
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
Treachery! Fly, Fiona! Fly! Avenge me!
Who did strike out the light?
Was it not the way?
There's but one down. The sun
We have lost best half of our affair. Let us away and say what has been done.